Hey, it's me. You might know me, Nunnie, from shows like Party Forecast and things like Everyday People and whatever other shit you know me from. Well, guess what? I got a new show, baby. My new show is called Reviews from the World of Nunnie. Hope you guys enjoy. Let's start this bitch!
I got a couple of minutes left here, so let's have some fun.
Oh shit! Let's play the trailer for these guys. We're gonna talk about the movie Thor and Ragnarok, which I just saw, and I want to tell you guys how I feel about it. And it was good. But first, I want to show you guys the trailer. So sit back, get some popcorn, and enjoy this trailer just in case you didn't see it yet.
So much has happened since I last saw you.
That trailer was straight fire, my nigga. Fire! I can't even lie to you, that was a great trailer. Anyway, let me tell you guys my experience with this movie. By the way, I'm gonna tell you a little bit about the show before we start and going into the review. So, a review in the world of Nunnie, it's really about me telling you about movies that I saw and my contents and how I want to tell you. So if you don't like the way I say a character's name or how I say a movie, guess what? I don't give a fuck. Anyway, so the show is really about me reviewing movies, but also we have a little kick to it. I also am gonna compare it to another movie or even recommend another movie that's very similar to Thor Ragnarok. And hopefully you guys watch that movie. So, you know, give you a little taste of something new and something old. Maybe even something blue. I be killing them with No, I don't. Anyway, let's get right into it. So Thor Ragnarok starts out with Thor pretty much in like the stronghold of a very powerful villain. Won't say his name, don't want to spoil it for you guys. But we will have a spoiler review for you guys another time. Maybe. Fingers crossed. Anyway, so going into it, let's get right into it. So it's like he's like in the stronghold, he's like sitting there talking shit. This movie, I can't lie to you, is fucking fun. It's fun in so many ways, it's fucking hilarious. I loved it. The person I was sitting next to loved it. The people around me loved it because I went by myself at like fucking 11:30 a.m. on a Sunday. It was great. So watching movies in the stronghold and he's just like getting spun around. And the villain actually says like this whole little like, oh, this was gonna happen to your home of Asgard and then Thor's like, well, I had a dream about that, homie. So we got real problems out here, cuz. So Thor's out here about to bang on him, but he was like kind of like tied up and shit. And then Thor was like, hold up. Like, there was a lot of funny parts in it. So, you know, Thor gets out, action sequence kicks in, boom, 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 boom. And then, you know, he's like this, yo, your father not really, you know, in Asgard and shit, holding over here some other shit. I'm spoiling the movie, my bad. So going into it, I'm just gonna go into just overall how the movie was for me. The movie overall was just fun, fast-paced action, but also had some dark moments, also had some, you know, real good plot points to just the whole Marvel Cinematic Universe, which was fucking awesome, and I just fucking loved it. So that was also great, but then I feel like the movie really went left with everything. The movie went pretty much this whole different, you know, Thor is like this big, broody, like, I'm Thor, and I'll slap bitches, and I'll be Millie rocking on any block type ass. You know what I'm saying? But in this situation, he wasn't Millie rocking. He was actually making the jokes, man. Him, Loki, fucking Valkyrie, the Hulk, all these people were just making jokes. Yo, Valkyrie, yo, hold up. Let me get real close to the camera. Yo, put me on the camera too. Hey, listen, just, my name is Nunnie in case you didn't know. You know, you be looking mighty fun in that gear, Miss Thomas. You know, Thompson, my bad. Let me get their name right. Holla at your boy. Back to camera one. Back to what I was saying now. It was just great. And then also they had the Hulk, Bruce Banner, Mark Ruffalo, which, well, you know who plays, fun fact, the person who actually plays the Hulk is actually Luke Ferrigno, the first original Hulk. So he does the voice for the Hulk when he's the Hulk, not Mark Ruffalo. I know, it's crazy, right? Anyway, like I was saying, the Hulk's banner back and forth, get it? Hulk's banner, you know, no, that was corny, I'm sorry. The Hulk's back and forth with Thor was so great in the movie as well. I really loved that. I think that, you know, there was like a good cop, bad cop, buddy cop, that's what it is. Not good or bad, it's like buddy cop. and them coming together, and it was just a great overall movie. I could say the bad part about it, I think that it never took itself too serious, which at times that is like the Marvel's way. But at times it's kind of hard to be like, all right, like it's time to get serious. Whatever. Like the only time it really got serious, and I didn't even bring her up yet, is Helen, the villain, played by Cate Blanchett's fine ass. Back to camera 2. Okay. You know, I don't know if you ever had some dark meat, but my shit kind of dark. Don't let this brown skin fool you. Back to camera 1. Anyway, like I was saying, Helen, she was fucking wrecking shit. And she was the only time the movie really took itself serious. And I just love that part where it's like, you got the whole Asgardian warriors like, hey, what's up, Helen? You got a problem out here, cub? We out here, I'm out here at the Hidden Village, They wasn't doing that because we was out there, I'm about to be the 8th Hokage. I would have all my niggas out there, Naruto, all of them, we've been busting guns, but they got their ass washed by Helen. Remind you, spoiler alert, I don't give a shit. Here's one. If you ever you ever read the comics or even paid attention to Thor, Helen is actually Odin's first child, which is his daughter, but he locked her away and shit like, this bitch is mad thirsty for killing niggas and we can't fuck with it. We have to lock her away. Lock her up. Mind you, by the way, Odin definitely reminds me of Trump in so many ways. Anyway, I'm fucking with you, he does it. He does. So those are the bad parts of it. It was just too jokey at times, and I wish it would have took itself a little bit serious. Now the nerdy part, I guess you could say, the more technical part, I like to call it, was just pretty much, like, just the visual of it was just fucking spectacular. Like the coloring, just the placements of products, just how the comedic timing was also good. It was a little bit too much, like I said, too much comedy, but the comedic timing was also just great. It was fantastic. And just, just the storytelling as a whole was just very flowy. I never felt like I was in a 2-hour and 10-minute movie. And of course, the 10 minutes is your dumb ass waiting towards the end, like, oh, when this shit gonna we trying to see it on post credits. I ain't gonna lie to you, there's 2 post credits. There's one at the end and there's one before that. The one before the end is the really important one, and the one at the end is more of a jokey kind of thing. So if you don't want to stay to the end, you shouldn't. But if you do, you'll have a laugh, mate. Anyway, like I was saying, I want to compare this movie to another movie I just saw recently, and it's very similar to this, and it's even in the same universe. Guardians of the Galaxy 2 is very similar to Thor or Ragnarok. When it comes down to comedy, not taking itself too serious, just the coloring of it all, it's just pretty much a similar movie. If you haven't seen Guardians of the Galaxy 2, you're missing out. First watch one. First watch the first one, then watch the second one. It's just great overall. The coloring, the fucking Groot was hilarious, like little baby Groot, and she like, I'm Groot, like I need a little Groot out here busting my gun with my nigga Groot. Nah, I'm just playing, I don't bust my gun. I don't know what that is. Back to camera. Anyway, we back. So I'm gonna compare that movie to a movie that you should have seen already or you should watch, because from what I've seen in the trailer of Infinity Wars, not Infinity Stones, it's about the Infinity Stones. In Infinity Wars, Thor definitely first meets up with the Guardians. So definitely watch the Guardians, because you don't want to be lost when all the movies come out, and Avengers Infinity War is gonna have everybody in it, and it's gonna be fucking spectacular, my friend. So I'll say this, at a 1 out of 10, I'm gonna give Thor Ragnarok I'm gonna give it an 8.5. Mainly because just the storytelling was amazing, the character development was great, the comedic timing was also great, the coloring of the whole movie was fucking spectacular. The reason why I didn't give it a 9 or a 10, like I said, it didn't take itself too serious, which was great at times, but also kind of like, all right, let's get a little serious. Like, don't stop making the Thor all jokey. We don't want a Tom Curry it. We would like more of a Bill Skarsgård it. Like funny at times, but like this nigga's kind of scary. And also just, I kind of wish it was a little bit longer. Like I feel like, it's like, let's make this a little bit longer. So I didn't give it a 10, but I gave it an 8.5, which is still good. And like I said about the Guardians of the Galaxy, you should go see that. That movie is awesome. It's in the same universe. But pretty much, I think that's all the time we have for today. So thank you for coming into my world, which is Nunnie's. That's Nunnie's world, and you have saw an episode of a review in the world of Nunnie. See you guys later. I'm just gonna walk. I'm gonna walk off.